All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry, Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken at his 4. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 50, plant. Hey, Charlie. Get that quarterback. Big Trevor.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
He's not going to get me.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Let's go. 30 base. 44.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
80 weapon.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
5.
On first and 10. Herbert flushed out right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Ready, ready. 15 line. 15 line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Get it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53. Mike 53. Tackles. Tackles.
Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Herbert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And You see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything. They're doing.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 70 inches. 64 weak.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 5. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Check safety, check safety. Recall, 132 flight. Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Charlie.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Watch the slant.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I got one. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
A give, running right, Lindsey. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Jaguars.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Our time. It's our time. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. A big play that time out of Chubb, 85 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's Bobo. Big stop, D. Big stop.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He's going to look deep down the field. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
61, matchbox light.
A run for Nick Chubb. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go, folks.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Lindsey. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Ready, 30 base.
I'm here all day. Jim.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, it's caught. Smith. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
16-yard line.
Set up, 15 line. 15 line.
Mike, 53. Here we go.
2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Smooth.
53, check 53.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike.
Don't let him breathe.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, pick your game up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. He'll try and throw for it here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Exit.
Back to throw. Herbert taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. They find some open field here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Phillip Lindsey, 77 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go, go.
44 to Mike, 44 to Mike. Check, check. Keep it up, defense, keep it up.
Get it.
2nd and 6. He's got Smith here. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now.
They run. Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Greystone travel. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Shoot.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Let's get off the field, D. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Ready?
On the carry, it's Chubb. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Hey, Alpha.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now a give, right side. Lindsey. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
80 weapon. 80 weapon.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Jaguars on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Switch.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Got an open man. It's Ratley. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now he's flushed out right, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. You tighten up. Delta. Check right 54. Right 54. Now watch one. Let him.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Phillip Lindsey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
We got it. Check 24, check 24.
Now Chubb running right. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 1. Brings up
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now Chubb, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run it again with Chubb. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Check pass. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
Now.
On 4th down, Herbert. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did it.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip. I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip. Watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't.